Okay. And we are officially back in the Doja Room. I know I usually got a little music playing, something like that. We coming in a little dry this morning, ain't we? Or tonight. I'm bugging out. I let you know the weed is hitting good. We in the Doja Room. Please light one up. All my stoners, hippies, hip hop enthusiasts. Your boy is back. It's time to get to it. Got some topics. We got some things to talk about. We got some things to get off our chest. And yeah, life has been life. And so first and foremost, if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and give us a like, uh, leave us a comment, join into the conversation that we are about to have. I love to hear from you guys, and we can even possibly make y'all part of the show, if you got a strong enough opinion. And then on all platforms, as you see on your screen here, check out the Doja Room anywhere you can find podcast. If you like listening to your boy, having a conversation with your boy, and you think the shit that we kicking here is dope, then you can slide on into the Doja Room anytime on any platform, just about, and we gonna be there. But shit, if you're on YouTube, you're on Spotify, you just about on anything. So yeah. So as I said, a couple topics here today. Um, and what's today? It is 6/28/24. Um, yeah, we're cruising through this year. Things have been going pretty smoothly, I would say, but life is lifing, and we learning, and we getting more experiences and shit like that as we go. And I usually do these, so I want to keep up with it. And we're just gonna break it down like this, because usually I like to drop a little inspiration at an episode, what makes me hop up in here and want to holla at y'all for the day and give y'all my unsolicited opinion. And that's going to be, I know a lot of times I've said hard work in the past and shit like that, but the workplace can get a little treacherous. The workplace can definitely become an episode of Game of Thrones, I would say. And if you don't got your head on the swivel, if you ain't approaching every day on your purpose, there's a lot of people who come into work. There's a lot of people who come into their job. There's a lot of people who come into their passion, and you know, you put 100% in at the beginning, and you somewhere along the lines become burnt out, because it's not an easy path to your dreams. It's not an easy path to the things and the admiration and the goals that you want to hit. It's not an easy path to none of that. So navigating that can definitely be treacherous. It can definitely be a battlefield, so to speak, and you got to be prepared to really attack this and really have your head on a swivel and really be almost perfect, or come off or seem as perfect as you can when you working. And I'm gonna lock in on the black men on this. Black men, and you working on this job, and you working with these other ethnicities, you working with these other people, you gotta lock in. You gotta seem perfect. You gotta seem like you are making a difference every day in your workplace. Otherwise, you're just as common as everybody else. You're replaceable. You're easily disposed. You're not as valuable. And you may know that you're valuable, but other people ain't gonna see that. So, as I said, the inspiration for this episode, the purpose, our purpose on this episode, and our motivation on this episode is to keep keep things reciprocated, as far as the motivation to keep on pushing each other, the motivation to keep on striving with our best. A lot of times we end up in these workplaces where we don't really want to be. We end up in these spaces where we don't really want to be, but we got to wake up. We got to put in our 100%. We got to make something happen every day. and we got to bring some money back, or we got to take care of some kids, or take care of a family, take care of some sick ones or some injured ones, or whatever the case may be. We got to step into these treacherous places and still put on, regardless, because we got people back at home waiting on us. So this is just to let y'all know that, I mean, ain't nobody rolling alone on this one. And no matter what the circumstances may be that you're facing, we got to continue to strive. We got to continue to move forward. A lot of people ain't going to understand it. A lot of people ain't going to give a fuck. But it's up to us and like-minded individuals like us to keep each other motivated, to keep each other, because it don't take much for people like us. We keep on going anyway. So it don't take much to motivate us. It's shit like this when we hopping on podcast and stuff like that, and we doing the extra to get ourselves out there. But we got to remember also that this part of everything is just as important too, because while we're giving the man, whether it be the white man, the Jew man, another brother who's just trying to, you know what I'm saying, get himself ahead and not really care about the community, we still got to approach these places of business with our 100%. And regardless of how we feel about these places, we got to give our 100%. But we can't forget to come back home and give that 100% back to ourselves, and give that 100% back to what we're building and the shit that we dream about. So I know a lot of times on the road to get to the dream, on the road to get to the moment, the big part of life that you're striving for, you can get distracted, you can get discouraged, and after a while you get burnt out of this shit. So this is why we got platforms like this to remind you that regardless of where you might have been aiming at, you can still keep on going if you don't hit that mark, because there's still plenty of ways, I'm sure, to utilize your skills, your dreams, the assets that you've picked up over the years. There's plenty of ways to utilize that. So it's important that we do. So hold on, let me exit this out. Niggas trying to cut in. So that's our intro right there. I hope everybody's tuned in. I hope everybody is getting right now. Find something to roll up. I know I am. Fonto, paper, whether it's Swisher Sweet, backwood, roll something up. We in the Doja Room today. You know what I'm saying? I hope that everybody put in their work, because if you didn't, you might want to hit the field, go put in some work, and then you can join us in the Doja Room and roll up and shit like that. But if you ain't put in that work yet, please don't come in here trying to roll up with us in the Doja Room, and we done already put in that work. This here's for workers. We done did it. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, let's roll one up while we in the Doja Room. You know what I'm saying? Throw one in the air and hop into these topics now. We are a little bit removed from the Kendrick Lamar, Drake fiasco, but it's weird because um I don't know, now it was already narratives being pushed when, you know, the battle was going on both sides. But now this is just a relentless, like, and if you just happen to only be getting your hip hop news from the Doja Room, which that's crazy, but hey, shout out to you if you are. But if you just happen to just only be getting your hip hop news from the Doja Room, then last we left off, well, since the last time I was here, Kendrick Lamar had a pop out concert in LA where he invited all types of celebrities. It was basically a victory lap, I would say, like a victory party, where he performed what is it? Not Like Us about 5, 6 times. Opened the show with Euphoria, basically, just dancing on the grave of Drake. I would say the first round of that battle is effectively over, and we got to see what the summer is hitting for at this point. But it would seem that Drake is trying to kind of, just play it cool. He's been dropping a couple of tracks here and there, or mostly some features really, with a couple of people here and there. They've been pretty dope. My favorite joint is with Sexy Red. Most people don't like that shit. I'm not gonna lie, but his verse on there is the redeeming quality. I'm not gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? So we still bump that, but ever since then, there's been obviously the Kendrick crowd, or the Kendrick fan crowd, or I would more like to say the Drake hater crowd. Because just most of these people, they're not real Kendrick fans. Most of these people going on these wild Twitter rants and having all these hot takes, they're not really Kendrick fans like that. They're Drake haters. Some people are just farming for engagement. Some people are just straight up Drake haters. Some people are just farming for engagement. I think I'm having a little technical difficulties real quick. God damn. But yeah, some people are just farming for engagement. Some people are just straight up Drake haters. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. Um, but I want to hop into this article we got from Complex here, because I thought this was crazy. I read the article, but I'm gonna just give y'all a couple of pieces here and there of just what was being, I mean, I've seen a couple of opinions on the article, and after reading it in its entirety, it's not that bad, but I think whoever wrote this might have been, I don't know, misrepresenting what was going on at the time. So I'll get into what I mean in a second here, but the article states Drake fatigue was building long before the Kendrick Lamar beef. So after a tough battle, Drake fatigue is high, and he's entering a new stage of his career. But it wasn't just the Kendrick beef. The signs have been out there for a while now. So hopping into the article and just getting into the good parts. Where are we at? Right here it says, after going through his little whatever. It says, in retrospect, I shouldn't have been surprised. The standing ovation that came after the bell ring speaks to a general Drake fatigue that's been building up way before this fight began. This view didn't come overnight. Uneven albums, a decrease in culturally memorable moments, and a shift in public opinion have compounded, and Kendrick took that sentiment and used it to his advantage. While Drake will live to rap another day, this spotlights a descent from rap's peak over the last half decade. So I definitely agree with the part where it says Kendrick took that sentiment and used it to his advantage, because he most definitely did. He most definitely repackaged what was being said over the years, from Joe Budden to Pusha T to everything that was on the internet, and just basically put that out there. I mean, that's what this was about. That's what he was supposed to do. And we don't knock him for that. Where we disagree is the part where we're talking about the Drake fatigue that's been building up way before this fight began. So approaching 2 months since the Heart Part 6 release, the song where he effectively bowed out of this beef with Kendrick Lamar. Since then, which he didn't, I beg to differ. The man said, when you want to start telling truths and having a real rap battle and telling truths, not just talking about 69 gods, That's what he was saying. But I don't think he bowed out. But it says Drake's been tiptoeing his way back. He's teased summer vibes, been semi-active on Instagram, and dropped a couple of verses that function more as memes. The one I was just talking about, "You My Everything," and another one, "Snow Days Wagwan Delilah remix." This low stakes approach is a sign that Drake is in an uncertain space. But what if the period we're in is also a bridge into a new phase of Drake's career? Now, another thing, like, this is completely misleading. Everything we talking about right here, besides the Heart Part 6, are features. Drake don't really have control over. Now, some people do, maybe, but Drake don't really have control over when these niggas are dropping their songs or dropping their music. You know what I'm saying? So what's coming out is not necessarily curated by Drake. So I don't like how we're sitting here trying to make it seem like this low stakes approach that Drake is actively throwing these tracks out to testing the waters here, because that's what this person is trying to make it seem like, which is not the case. Drake isn't throwing these tracks out and trying to test the water and trying to test and see what sticks. Everything that's been coming out has been features. Features that, again, these other artists have control over. So sitting here trying to act like Drake is just throwing shit at the wall, trying to see what sticks. That's not true, and it's contributing to the overall misleading theme of this article here, that Drake is just in this uncertain space and he doesn't know what to do and he's on the decline, and it, it's it's a little bit lazy. Like, I'm not gonna, it's lazy. Like, you can do better than this. It says, as far as the Drake era, man, we in the golden ages. Drake rapped on 7 a.m. and Bridal Path. I want to get into this too, because basically what he's saying here, his certified album, this is from Certified Lover Boy. Excuse me. Excuse. The rollout and release of the Certified Lover Boy symbolized the issues that were brewing. After not dropping a studio album of completely new music in 3 years, 2020's Dark Lane tapes was a low stakes mix of leaks, and I don't know why this nigga keep on talking about these low stakes. Like, Drake is Drake. Drake just puts out whatever the fuck he wants, because at the end of the day, a majority of his shit is bangers. At the end of the day, he has a certain level of which he creates music, and very rarely do you get a way too sexy, and very rarely do you get a song that drops below that threshold. So to sit here and act like Drake has to play a low stakes game, or play a, oh, let me see if this is gonna work, like, yeah, maybe maybe earlier in the game, but not anymore. Drake doesn't have to gamble anymore, nigga. He is the house effectively at this point, nigga. Like, he's always gonna win. It doesn't matter. Like, when you put out a certain quality of music, when you put out a certain quality of shit, and I can attest to this, because when it comes, even when you put me up against people who don't really take the music making aspect of shit serious, I mean, my shit versus a nigga who's not as serious, it's just always going to seem like my shit is better, because the quality is there, the attention to detail is there. There's a certain level of care and attention to detail that I approach my music with than another nigga is. So to act like Drake has to play this low stakes game, no, I mean, he's putting out, I mean, you call it throwaways, but you don't have to act like he has to test the waters or see what's gonna work, or Drake has reached a point where he will never go away. We're talking about heights that have never been reached. The man will never go away. The man will forever be a figure in hip hop. He is 37 years old. He can retire now and never drop another song. I mean, it really doesn't matter. This is how late in the game we're talking. So again, to sit here and act like Drake has to play the gambling game in a game that he's been holding in the palm of his hands for the last 10, 15 years, bro. We gotta be serious about what the shit we talking about. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be serious about the shit we talking about. Because shit like that don't make sense. Shit like that don't make sense. Statements like that don't make sense. And like I said, it just contributes to this overall theme of trying to make it seem like Drake is slowly falling out of favor and people have this Drake fatigue. Now, moving away from this article and going into my interpretation of what this article is trying to say, maybe, or trying to purposely misinterpret, there was a sentiment, because we can't sit here and act like, first of all, Drake and 21 gave us Her Loss, was selling out every fucking city that they went to. The album went crazy. It was well received. So we can't then just hop onto the and try to rewrite history and act like, oh, there was no Drake fatigue then. Niggas wasn't fatigued of Drake then. Now, some people might have not have been 100% receptive to what was being said on the album, but I'm not going to sit here and act like there was any Drake fatigue at that point. And that was the album before last. So that's crazy talk. Now, moving on to For All the Dogs. Now, if now what this man is trying to do and repackage this Drake fatigue, well, really repackage this Drake disappointment as a Drake fatigue, because that's what it was, honestly. It was us fans being disappointed in For All the Dogs. Now, the more you listen to For All the Dogs, you can definitely get some joints out of there. I'm not gonna lie, it's a decent album because, like I said, and like how I started this off, Drake has a certain threshold in which he makes music, so he's never going to drop below that threshold. But a lot of us fans were, and I'll just say me personally, what I was expecting from For All the Dogs was just that, some shit that was for the dogs, some shit that wasn't for the bitches. I was expecting more rapping than singing. I was expecting more, you know what I'm saying? Even if you want to go boom bap, if you want to go however, I didn't exactly know what we were receiving, but I wasn't expecting to receive what we did receive. I wasn't expecting to receive so much singing and so much, melodies and shit. I didn't want to hear that shit, to be honest. I didn't. I was disappointed. That was not Drake fatigue. If anything, that was a letdown. It was anticipation building up, and it was us being like, oh, okay, this is what we expected. This isn't what we thought we were getting. And that's what the Drake fatigue, quote unquote, was. It wasn't this thing where everyone is just tired of hearing this nigga. No, we didn't want to hear that. We didn't want to hear the singing. We wanted to hear more 8 a.m. in Charlotte, because that's kind of how it was advertised to us. Yachty told us, oh, the bars on here and this and that, whatever the fuck Yachty was saying about the album. But Yachty was putting the album on and making the album seem like it was about to be, you know what I'm saying, something that it wasn't. And like I said, 8 a.m. in Charlotte came out, so we were expecting more bars. I was expecting more bars. I was expecting Drake to show why he stands on this shit, how he can do the certified lover boy, give niggas the bops and still come with the bars. So at the end of the day, that's where all the repackaging and trying to say that we have a Drake fatigue. Like, nigga, what is you talking about? What is you talking about for real? I don't think he did. I don't think homie did know what he's talking about. So, I mean, honestly, that's just my opinion on it and my opinion on this article. If you want to read the whole article, you're more than likely, you're more the to Jesus Christ, you're more than welcome to help yourself to the article. But I thought it was a little bit of bullshit, just a little bit. What else do we have on the agenda? It's been a lot of shit going on, y'all. It's been a lot of shit going on. I am not the biggest Julio Fulio fan, but RIP to that young man. Apparently he passed away in his city. And like I said, I don't know too much about those figures like that, but it's not really my brand of music, but I'm pretty sure he probably made some dope bops and shit like that. But wasn't really my brand of music. You can't go from talking bars and shit like that with Drakes and Waynes and but yeah, apparently the young man passed away, and yeah, it wasn't the best. Okay. Apparently the nigga young Julio Fulio still commenting from the grave. Since we since we talking about it, let me just throw that in there because my boy is apparently dropping comments from the grave. I guess somebody got the Instagram, but yeah, his situation. Just to touch on it, I mean briefly, it did seem kind of weird because the whole time, homie, just seemed like he was just making it seem like hey, y'all know I got like 20 niggas here, and just letting you niggas know, if you do pull up, I have about 20 niggas with me. Just to let y'all know. Did you know it was 20? Just letting y'all know. So so I was just like, okay, um, yeah, he's definitely trying to put that out there, but unfortunately, that wasn't enough to deter his ops, who I guess they just waited a little bit more patiently. I mean, I don't know. It's really not worth. I can't tell a nigga that it's not worth getting into that type of music because I mean, to be honest, y'all niggas make whatever the fuck y'all want. If a nigga dissed you and dissed your dad ones and dissed your brother or your cousin in the song and did all type of disrespectful shit that this nigga was doing, hey, if you happen to make a song responding back to that shit, I mean, who am I to stop you? You know what I'm saying? Who am I to stop you? Who am I to tell you that you can't? I just think that it's starting to get to a point to where it's like, either you niggas need to relocate or do something else. Um, if you're gonna make music like this, I just recommend you not try to move like a normal person. Everybody wants to seem larger than life and seem like you know, they really got it like that. But the one thing I've learned is, I mean, you may join the dead, you may join a group of many respected individuals, perhaps. Some would argue this man went to hell, but hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't know what's been going on, his activities, but I'm not gonna I'm not gonna wish that on anybody or pronounce that over anybody or declare that over anybody. But I mean, when you subscribe to a certain lifestyle, just to put it light, you shouldn't just walk around like a normal person. You should have a different way you carry yourself, or you go about things, or just maybe just buy a compound or something like that. Um, Top flight security, and just keep it light. Or y'all gonna have to start moving like some actual rich niggas. start moving in places that I don't know. Niggas gotta pat a nigga down. Niggas can't see, and this is why motherfuckers might think I'm arrogant. Motherfuckers might think I like having the best. I like going where niggas can't go. I like touching and seeing shit that niggas can't see because I don't want to be around you niggas. I don't want to be around the common rabble because most of you niggas are okay with being normal. Most of you niggas are okay with giving up the little bit of nothing that you have to spend that shit or spend the rest of your potential or the rest of your life either behind bars or looking at the back of your eyelids. And as I've done my dirt through the years, I got in, I got out, I seen what I needed to see, and it's just not worth it having letting the world have access to you. It's not worth it letting everyone be able to touch the same spaces that you touch. Me personally, I don't want niggas fucking the same bitches I fuck. I don't want niggas to be in the same places that I be at. I don't want niggas to be able to afford the same things that I can afford. Because 9 times out of 10, I work harder than you niggas. Anyway. And that's just how I feel about it. Like, if you feel like you've put yourself in the position that this young man was in, Julio Fulio, um, you feel like you put yourself in a position to where you have rise above, most of the people that you surround yourself with. Have you raised yourself around your surroundings away from that? You most definitely should be in places that the rest of those people can't go. You most definitely should be in places that the rest of those people can't touch or lay eyes on. Because everybody that sat next to you in life don't necessarily need to be with you, especially if they didn't put no contribute anything to your success. So everybody shouldn't reap the benefits of your success. Everybody shouldn't reap the benefits of, yeah, you can have a good time, you can throw parties, you can do that, but everybody doesn't necessarily deserve the benefits of your success. Everybody doesn't necessarily need to see your success as well. So yeah, RIP to that young man. Hey, I hope people move better and do better. You know what I'm saying? Um, it's a shame. Now, man, oh man. Last night we had just last night we had the presidential debate. Hey, we gotta get into
You
some
know
of
that
this.
by
Hold
giving
up.
to our
Hold,
campaign
oh my goodness. I'm sorry about this, y'all. Let me just we ain't listening to all of that Kamala Harris bullshit. Now, last night was the presidential debate. And shit, it seemed like everybody named Mama was tuned into this shit. But I just have one thing to say before going into this, right? Um, why is this our only candidates? Why are these two old ass niggas our only candidates? And this is why, I mean, you can't really convince me to vote to do anything right now because I haven't heard anybody tell me how they're gonna make it so that I can buy a house. I haven't heard anybody tell me how they're gonna make it so, you know, places that you actually want to live may be more affordable. Um, Groceries, things like that, just cost of living. We need that addressed. But nonetheless, this was a hilarious debate. Um, and bro, Joe Biden has no business leading the front of a line, let alone the country. Okay, Joe Biden has no business up here. No business, dude. The only place this man should be is in a rocking chair in a nursing home. I have no idea why you would put a man like this in this condition up against a sound individual like Donald Trump. I'm not gonna say he's, well, maybe saying he's a sound individual is a little bit too much because this nigga's off his rocker too. But at this point, if it's between Trump or Biden, we going Trump. But let's just chop some of these clips. Let's just hear some of this shit that was going on here, man.
Any legal limits on how late a woman should.
So, but look at this nigga's face, bro. It looks like it's taking everything in this man to focus right now. It looks like it's taking everything in this man to focus right now. He gotta be off at least 5-6 Adderalls right now just to keep him on point. Cause I know how the Adderalls do. He gotta be off 5 Adderalls right now.
Be able to
be weighed. He can take the life of the baby in the 9th month and even after birth.
That is simply not true. We are not for late-term abortion, period, with the COVID, with
Yeah, he was doing a lot of that last night too. This nigga, I'm just like, nigga, do you? And then he sounded like he was just on some, like he memorized points. You know what I'm saying? Like he sounded like he memorized some points because he always talks in points. He always talks. Number 1, we're gonna do this. Number 2, number 2, we're gonna blah 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 blah. Number 3, we're gonna da da da. And it's like, nigga, did you just memorize a piece of paper with a bunch of talking points on it? Because that's what it literally sounds like. It sounds like you're going point by point talking points, but you can see the rest of that shit.
Dealing with everything. Look,
we had the safest border.
Bro, he's stuck, bro. They didn't even let him finish, bro. This highlight is crazy. My boy didn't even, yeah, they just made it seem like he couldn't even.
We had the safest border.
What is that noise?
We had this.
What is that noise? Yo, he's stuck. My boy is stuck. Like, yo, if Joe Biden got in the car and told you he was going to drive you, I don't know, anywhere down the street to the, would you trust that he was going to get you there? And never mind.
The safest border in history. Now we have the worst border in history. There's never been anything like it.
There's no data to support what he said. Once again, he's exaggerating. He's lying. And I'm going to continue to move until we get the total ban on the total initiative relative to more border patrol.
Bro, he's cooked. He is cooked. I don't see. I was really into. I was really into politics for the last couple of years, a little bit leading up to Joe Biden getting elected. I think Trump brought a lot of people into politics and got a lot of people interested in politics because, you know, he was a very polarizing figure, and a lot of people started looking more into politics and studying politics more because this man was just he was easy to debunk. He was easy to just call out. And I mean, Trump lies every fucking day. I mean, he's Trump. But what you start to realize, if you're a person that started really getting into politics around that time, you start to realize that all of these niggas do the same shit. They just highlight what goes on with this man. They just highlight everything that goes on with Trump. But this nigga does everything that this nigga does. They do the same shit. They're paid by the same people under the table. They represent the same things, and they might have slightly different ways on going about it, but we all know this by now, right? Right? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, I mean, I thought we all know this by now, but yeah, when it comes down to homie right here, it's just like, bro, his motor skills are done. They're done. It's just not even a good look to have such an impaired individual leading I mean, it's like they rather have, and that's what it gives me. It's like you rather have a person that you have to get up and wipe his ass and take him to the toilet. That's what it's. I can almost guarantee you this nigga needs help going to the bathroom at this point. I can almost guarantee you Joe Biden needs help using the bathroom. That nigga should not be president. No nigga who needs help going to the bathroom should be running the country. Okay? No nigga who constantly needs to be reminded where he's at should be running the country. That's all. That's just my opinion.
Asylum officers.
President Trump?
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either. If a Republican,
He doesn't. He doesn't. And Trump was just cooking this nigga. If it was me, if this was me, Trump is better than me, because I would have just been roasting Joe Biden the whole time. That would have been the debate. That would have been the debate. What am I? Look at this nigga. Look at him. He looks casket ready. I mean, this nigga looks like he already dead. They just puppeteering this. They just look like, I don't know, bro. The nigga looks dead. He looks like he's already been in the casket. They just got him up, just woke him up real quick to come, and then they just gonna throw him back in there and just throw some dirt back over his ass. I mean, bro, the nigga pale, like, come on. At least Donald Trump got a little, let me put a little color to myself or something, nigga. This nigga just pale. This nigga's just, he looks like he's lost, bro. He's gone. He's on cloud 9, bro. My whole thing during this debate would just be roasting him. Yo, look at how he looks. This is really what y'all want, running the country? A half dead nigga? If that's the case, motherfucker, let's go dig up JFK. If that's the case, shit, dude, we don't gotta have this nigga running the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, damn. I would just be roasting him. I wouldn't even have a debate. I wouldn't have a debate about anything I'm gonna do. I wouldn't have a conversation about anything I'd have been like, what is he going to do? What can he do? He can't do anything. Anything that I do is just a plus at this point, because he can't do shit. He don't need. So who's really running the country? This nigga can't even run to the bathroom, probably. Holy shit.
did that, they go to
Thank
jail.
you, President Trump.
The only person at this stage is a convicted felon is the man I'm looking at right now.
But he could be a convicted felon as soon as he gets out of office. He caused the inflation, and it's killing black families and Hispanic families.
There was no inflation when I became president. You know why? The economy was flat on its back. 15% unemployment is Hamas. We are the biggest producer of support for Israel of anyone in the world.
He said the only one who wants to keep going is Hamas. Actually, Israel is the one, and you should let him go and let him finish the job.
The only existential threat to humanity is climate change, and he didn't do a damn thing about it. He wants to undo all that I've done.
Climate change, Israel, Hamas, blah, blah, blah. Look, ain't none of these niggas talking about how my groceries are not going to be through the roof. None of these niggas is talking about how my rent is going to be more affordable. None of these niggas is talking about any of that shit. Now, they might have mentioned it. They might have sprinkled it in there. Like, this is what I'm telling y'all niggas. This shit is cooked. This whole debate. Yeah, if y'all niggas is voting, I'm telling you to vote Trump, definitely. But I'm not doing shit. They can kiss my ass, because this shit, all of this shit is cooked. It was entertaining, a lot of people tuning in and having their laughs and shit like that, but it's really not funny at the end of the day, because if this is all that we got, I mean, there really ain't shit to laugh at. There really ain't shit funny. I see motherfuckers every day struggling and scraping by, trying to just penny pinch and do whatever the fuck they can to just make it through the day. And like I said, at this point, it's kind of sad, because you want to be able to, even if you're not at the heights, the top of the top, the heights of life, you want to still be able to live comfortably. You want to still be able to take care of your family. You want to still be able to, you know what I'm saying? If your wife wants something, you can get it for her. If your child wants something, you can get it for them. You know what I'm saying? If you want to take some time off of work, you can afford to. If you want to take some time to yourself or go on a vacation or buy something that you really been wanting to buy, you can afford to. Right now, you gotta count your blessings, nah, nigga. You gotta count your blessings right now, cause shit is scary out here. This shit is crazy. So when it comes down to it, I mean, I'm not really gonna get into all of this too much longer, but yeah, it was a presidential debate last night, and we're screwed. We're cooked. Both of our candidates are cooked. Joe Biden is doubly cooked, and yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do about that. Fuck voting, fuck the presidential election, and yeah, that's going nowhere. So y'all can support these niggas if you want. Biden, Harris, shit, that shit. Kamala Harris don't even pop out no more. She cooked too. She don't even know what the fuck's going on. She don't care what the fuck is going on either. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Let's move into some Lakers news because we've had quite a lot going on with my Lakers since our exit from the playoffs. So, two new additions to the team. The first being, well, not he. I guess he's the latest actually, but the latest being a Mr. Bronny James. This is LeBron James' son. In which he's making history with this. It says LeBron James, Bronny James Jr. is taking his talents to Los Angeles, where history with his father awaits. James, the son of NBA star, the son of NBA star LeBron James, was drafted by his father's Lakers with the 55th overall pick in the draft. Damn nigga, damn near last. On Thursday night after going unselected in the first round, which we already expected, which is why that's one thing. I don't know why these niggas was over here acting like. Sometimes this is why I hate the media, my nigga. Like and it's the same shit I was just talking about with Drake. I don't know why sometimes the media tries to make shit way more deep than it is. Like, oh my God, LeBron James' son was not drafted in the first round. And it's like, nigga, we all knew that he wasn't about to be drafted in the first round. I thought we knew that. I thought this was common knowledge, but apparently it wasn't. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? I thought we already knew the nigga wasn't gonna be drafted in the first round. I thought we all knew he was going second round. But apparently, like, some of these media outlets like playing this angle like this is a surprise, like this is just unbelievable knowledge. So but from what I've seen, it's not like he's the best player. It's not like the nigga is, he's about to get in because he's LeBron James' son. I mean, hey, if Lonzo, if LeVar Ball had enough star power and pull to do the same thing for what's the nigga name? Not LaMelo, but what is it? LaMelo, LeVar, whatever the fuck their name is, the middle child. Yeah, hey, he probably that dude would probably been in the NBA too. But that sometimes you need to have a little star power. So it says the 6'2" guard I think that's a lie. I think because the nigga said he was 6'2". I think it was reported that he's not really 6'2", right? I don't know. I guess we gotta check on that. But the 6'2" guard out of the University of Southern California had been a major talking point leading up to the draft. While a lot of the hype may come from his last name, his game, it has steadily developed over the years to prepare him for this moment. So James is far from a finished product, but proved he belonged in this draft class as a prospect at the draft combine when he shot the ball well and showed more scoring potential in the lane with his floater. Peak wrote in her most recent mock draft. Despite sharing genes with one of the greatest basketball players of all time, experts weren't as high on James coming into the draft as they were when his father was selected with a number one overall pick. Obviously, he's obviously not the player his father is, but I mean, I'm guessing he's going to be pretty good. Um, we tend to pick up some sleepers in the draft. Like we tend to get some real good ones. I.e. Austin Reeves. You can look at Alex Caruso. You can look at so many gems, Kuzma, so many gems that we've drafted over the years. So I would just hope that that spot that we use for the LeBron James son will be, received in the same way because we know how to get some good ones. So it's on July 25th, James collapsed after suffering cardiac arrest during a USC basketball practice. So I do remember this too. I was going to get into that, but it looks like they already dropped it. So he was hospitalized and was in stable condition before being discharged 3 days later. The health scare set back what was supposed to be a ramp up to his college season. He wasn't able to practice until late November before suiting up in December to play his first college college game. College game. I don't know what the fuck that word is. I've never seen that word before. But James showed flashes of potential during the year. One of his best performances was early in the season against Oregon State when he scored 15 points. So he's not no crazy scorer. He's not no. I don't really know what he does. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Hopefully, LeBron James knows how to make this translate into something for our benefit. Um, yeah, that's all we can. That's all we can hope for. Um, but yeah, that's that. So welcome Bronny James to the team, to Lakers Nation. It's a big old family down here, so you're gonna have to buckle in. You're gonna have to buckle in. Yeah, I hope he does good, like I said, and I hope the move doesn't. I hope the move isn't a waste. I hope it doesn't kill a career of somebody who may have potentially been a better fit for the Lakers. But then again, I mean, it's pick number 50 fucking five. I mean, who cares? Um, and it looks like at the end of the day, nobody's about to pick his ass up besides us. This was definitely a move to most likely keep LeBron happy. Um, to keep LeBron happy, to keep his, the quality of life on his team, good, whatever. And then we're gonna move on. I'm just trying to look because I don't want to watch the full video, so we're just gonna go here. Okay. So next, Jesus Christ. So next, we want to introduce and welcome our new head coach, JJ Redick. Now, JJ Redick is the 29th head coach in franchise history, and he will be taking over the job from one Mr. Darvin Ham. So good luck to Darvin Ham. Darvin Ham actually got another job back. Well, he got his old job back in Milwaukee on the Bucks as an assistant as an assistant coach to Doc Rivers, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna do just fine over there, while on top of still being paid for the next 2 years his head coach salary. Yeah, we still have to pay that. I mean, can you imagine being fired from a job, finding a new job, getting paid from that job, and your old job still has to pay you for the next 2 years? Yeah, millions of dollars. Yeah, he's caking. So I don't feel too bad for him. He gonna be good. And yeah, but we're gonna welcome my boy JJ Redick. I'm a little bit iffy about this one. This could be very good. This can be very bad. I'm wishing the best. Obviously, I am a team first man, a team first kind of guy. So I want my team to I want my team to do as good as possible. I want us to go far as possible, and I want us to have the best tools at our disposal as possible. So with this move, we're hoping we got a great coach. I think he signed on for the next 4 years. I don't think we know how much his contract is, but he signed on with us for the next couple of years, and he is here to stay. So I think he's going to do a pretty good job. There's a lot of talk about how smart and how gifted he is, as far as the basketball mindset that he has, and we're definitely going to be looking for him to bring that to the court, because I'm tired of having these seasons where it just feels like we playing catch up. It's, I mean, I, we have LeBron James, we have Anthony Davis. We should be a top three team in the West on any given team on any given season, at least top four. Um, I would like to see us there. That's my expectations going into next year. But obviously, we got to also have the personnel. So we're gonna see what kind of moves that they make, because I know some moves are definitely being made not by us, which kind of sucks. But I would hope that this off season um doesn't just get wasted, because here we are with the Pelicans getting DeJounte Murray for Larry fucking Nance, nigga. DeJounte Murray for Larry Nance. Now, again, I'm just hoping. I'm just hoping, nigga said, the Pelicans use the players and draft picks they got from the Lakers to trade for DeJounte Murray. Holy. Well, that's just how it works, though. Um, but yeah, I'm just hoping that the Lakers do make some moves to make uh Mr. JJ's job a little bit harder. So I mean, it's a little bit easier, actually. Sorry. But we're gonna go to this clip and let JJ chop it up with y'all one time, and just show y'all how he's ready for the position. You know what I'm saying? And he ain't shying from nothing. So let's hear it. Let's hear it real quick.
Second of all, what misconceptions or concerns about you that you've heard in the last few weeks are you the most like looking forward to dispelling?
It's a valid question, and I've certainly heard everything. It's been a really interesting 6 weeks or so, just in terms of being part of the engagement farming industry. It's been really interesting. However, I had a great answer for because I really don't the Lakers. I want to coach the team. I don't want to dispel anything. I don't. I want to become a great coach in the NBA, and I want to win championships.
That's that's how you answer a fucking question. That's how you answer a fucking question. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck about dispelling and clearing the air and doing all of this extra shit. No, 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 no. Yeah, fuck all the talking. Let's just get to it. Yeah, and that's how my boy JJ Redick is coming. He said, "Fuck all the talking. Let's just get to it. Let's just get to a bag. Let's just get to what we got to get to." Yeah, yeah, yeah. He ready for all the smoke. So, I can respect that. I can respect that. Now, this is just a conference. Darvin Ham also said a lot of favorable things in his conference, to where we thought that, just some quotables from his conference, the facts over feelings, all of that good shit. Now, I think Darvin Ham, he got a little ways to go when it comes down to coaching, and it comes down to his adjustments and rotations, because those were the main critiques for him. But I don't think JJ is going to have those same problems. I think he is a more adaptable coach, an adaptable mindset. I think he's a more quick and responsive thinker, and if he keeps this mindset, and if this mindset is truly how he's going to approach the game, then shit, we're in for a good one, guys. We're in for a good one. Now, before we head out, let's just see if there are any more topics we can just drop on. I think Meg the Stallion just dissed Nicki Minaj, but I'm not gonna lie, Nicki is going to wax that ass if that is the case. Let me just see here. No. All I gotta do is go to Meg, Nicki. I can, you know what I'm saying? All I gotta do is go to Meg, Nicki. Let's see. I seen a little snippet of the shit she dropped, but now niggas is over here trying to act like they don't know who she was talking about. Hold on. So people trying to act like this clip, she definitely dissed what it seemed like to me. It sounded like she dissed Nicki. Cause I mean, I'm a motherfucking brat, not a Barbie. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? But let me see if I can find. I just want to find a snippet of this shit real quick. Can I just get a little snippet? See that they hiding the snippet now. They don't want to stand on it. But apparently Meg dropped the album or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. But I'm not one who jumps on the little bandwagon for the Meg victimhood bandwagon that's been going on for years, because her main commodity is victimhood, and the main thing she sells is victimhood. But real quick, what's going on with Glorilla? Did she get her ass done or something like that? Like, this dude look fine, man. I want you.
Got that bleak. 60,000 fans came to
What's
see
been
me
going
do
on
my
with
thing.
Big Bro?
Haters and they
I know she got the breasts done, but
y'all can kiss my ass. It's jokes. 90 ain't got it, no nigga ain't got me. Let's go.
yeah, she going crazy. I'll say between Sexy Red, Big Glow, Ice Spice. I don't really know what Meg be doing, honestly, but I wanted to find that little clip of her talking her shit, but it looks like we can't find it because, for whatever purposes. But come on, I'm a brat, not a motherfucking Barbie. We know what that's about. So, yeah, I don't think they gotta stop this. I don't think just to wrap it up, because I don't know what's going on with that. But when we do find the clip, when this shit does kick off, we'll be here for it. I promise. But yeah, I don't think Meg is fucking with Nicki. She gotta relax with that bullshit. She not really ready for that. So it's gonna take a little bit more than that. Nicki might actually bar you the fuck up, and pack you out, lyrically. Now you might be able to whoop her ass Not gonna lie, but yeah, she might really pack you up, like for real, for real. I gotta stop scrolling on Twitter like this because you liable to see some crazy shit on Twitter. Not gonna lie, nowadays, you're liable to see some crazy shit on Twitter. Um, but yeah, yeah, that is going to be our show for today so far. I only wanted to touch on a couple of minor topics for y'all. Next episode, or I might just do it separately. Who knows? But I do want to review Starfield for my gamers out there, my geeks, a part of the crowd. Just finished Starfield, and I think I probably put about 300 plus hours into Starfield by now, so I am locked in. Starfield, shit, we damn near a year later, and I'm finally gonna be dropping my Starfield review. But yeah, hey, I took my time with it. I studied it. I did whatever I had to do. I've been playing it ever since then. But I think the world is ready to hear what I got to say about it. So, either next episode or I might just drop it on YouTube separately. Now, if you want to follow your boy on YouTube, all you got to do is go to Firstborn Media to find our videos. If you want to follow the Doja Room on YouTube, that's where we are dropping the episodes at. That's where you can find us at. That's where we chilling at, and that's where all the extra content is going to be at besides the Doja Room. So we're looking on doing some pretty dope shit in the future, and I'm hoping that I got plenty more in the works for y'all. So yeah, that has been another installment of the Doja Room. I hope y'all came through. I hope y'all engage. Again, if you're on YouTube, hop in that comment section. Join the conversation. Maybe you got something you want to talk about. Maybe you want to hop up here in the Doja Room with me, roll one up with me, and talk shit with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I always got plenty of shit to talk about. Congratulations to all the people that's up. Fuck you to all the people that's down on us. And yeah, remember the message in the intro of the day. Stay on your purpose. You know what I'm saying? Stay focused. Stay prepared. And that's just how we gotta move. You know what I'm saying? Doja Room ready. Yeah, that's been it here. I hope y'all roll one more for the road. I hope y'all got right while you was in here. If not, I hope you're getting right after. So that's been the Doja Room. I'm your boy Dope Boy Diesel, and I hope y'all join me back here again. When? You never know, but as long as you're keeping your ear to the streets, you'll be able to hear me. All right, y'all niggas be easy. This is the Doja Room, your boy Dope Boy Diesel, and I'm out.